Analysts in West Africa and the Sahel say because ECOWAS failed to act when it needed to, politicians are doing whatever they please with impunity and no consequences. Politicians use the military to suppress civilian protests, and now the military is deciding to take power. Here is our cover report.
West Africa is experiencing a significant scourge of coups, with Guinea-Bissau recently experiencing a successful military takeover and an attempted coup in Benin that was quickly thwarted. Guinea had a successful coup in 2021. In Guinea-Bissau, a successful coup d'etat occurred on November 26, 2025, in which President Umaro Sissoco Embalo was overthrown and arrested. A military command now controls the country, and the results of the general election held a few days earlier have not been published after the Election Commission headquarters was reportedly stormed. The nation has a history of instability, with at least 9 coups or attempted coups since 1974. In Benin, an attempted coup by a group of soldiers occurred on December 7, 2025, but was quickly foiled by forces loyal to President Patrice Talon, with support from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, and Nigerian forces. The plotters announced the takeover on state television, but the government declared the situation under control within hours, with several arrests made and some casualties reported. Benin had been a beacon of democratic stability for over 2 decades until this recent attempt. In Guinea, the country is currently under military rule following a successful coup in September 2021, when soldiers led by Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya ousted President Alpha Condé. This was part of a wave of successful coups in the region that also affected Mali and Burkina Faso. The events in these countries are part of a broader trend of democratic backsliding and military takeovers across the West Africa and Sahel regions since 2020. Common underlying factors often cited include growing insecurity and the spread of jihadist violence, corruption, and poor governance, especially in the Sahel region adjacent to northern Benin and Guinea. Disputed elections and leaders seeking to extend their terms or crack down on opposition. Weakened state institutions and political instability that create opportunities for military intervention. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has condemned these unconstitutional changes of government and attempted to intervene, including imposing sanctions, and in the case of the recent Benin attempt, deploying military support.
What happened in Guinea-Bissau is an unjustified scam. To be brief, I first demand that the electoral process be finalized and that the Commission announce the winner. The individuals who were arrested, including Domingos Simoes Pereira, who was not even a candidate and was arrested and could not even access his medication, must be released.
So what I'm asking the ECOWAS leaders to do is to reach out to the military leadership in Guinea-Bissau. Talk to them. They are human beings. They know the right thing to be done. First, for them to release the opposition man, because the man has not committed any offense. He didn't announce himself as a winner of election. If he has done that, they will say it was a treasonable offense. So there was no reason to arrest him. So they should release that man. Then they should announce the result.
Supporters of President Patrice Talon gathered in Cotonou for a sit-in denouncing the attempted coup a day earlier. Residents held signs reading, "No more coups in Benin," as organizers led chants condemning what they described as imposters and murderers behind Sunday's events. Benin's government said that mutinying soldiers tried to seize Talon and abducted 2 senior military officials who were released the following morning. Authorities said Nigerian fighter jets carried out airstrikes to help thwart the attempt after Abuja deployed air and ground forces to support Benin.
C'est le peuple tout entier qui est concerné.
The entire population is concerned, and we never want power by force in Benin again. We never want a coup in Benin again. We never want our fundamentals, our democratic achievements to be taken hostage again. That's why we have mobilized massively to say no to the enemy as one man, to show our support to the head of state, Patrice Talon, our support to the armed forces of Benin, and our support to all the Beninese people.
Other demonstrators said they mobilized to reject power taken by force. Africa Bureau, WION World is One.